So we've now welcomed Fanny to the podcast, Sofiane's partner, and she's going to just give us an update on Sofiane because, as most people already know who listen to the podcast, he was doing the Trans Eurasia record and he got within 200k of the finish and the final border crossing into Russia, and he was detained. And yeah, that was just about the time of our last recording. And yeah, it turns out he's basically been detained in Russia since that point. So Fanny's agreed to come onto the podcast. So hi Fanny, thanks for joining us.
Hello, thank you.
Hi, Fanny.
And yeah, it's well, it must be a very difficult time. But yeah, I thought it was important that we got the story from from yourself, seeing as you're closest to Sofiane and know the most about the situation. So I guess we should start. Like, what is Sofiane's current situation and status?
Current situation is that he's still detained. He's still in a prison somewhere in Ussurisk, which is about halfway between where he was arrested near the border and Vladivostok. I don't know why they moved him there exactly.
Is he in a main prison, or is it more of something different?
It is a main prison for what I understand, because obviously I don't have the details, I don't have pictures or anything. But yeah, he's just been moved from a cell where he was staying with just one other inmate, and now he's in another cell with two other persons.
Okay.
But yeah, that's probably a main prison. And we are waiting for a proper trial to decide what to do with him.
So what is it? What are the actual charges? I mean, what happened at the border? So what was the initial reason for his detention, and why is he being held? What's the charge as such?
He's just charged, and I say just, but yeah, that's actually a minor infraction. It's charged of crossing a border illegally, which he did, and he admitted he did. And the reason he did that is that he was very close to the records, but the border he was at, he had to cross with a train, and obviously doing those 20 kilometers by train would have just cancelled the whole record. So and also that day he missed that train, so there was no way for him to cross by train and then decide, oh, is there another solution to just reach the border on the other side and validate the record. So he missed the train that day. He would have been able to cross, maybe if he waited another 24 hours, but the record was, I think, 30 hours to the record. So if he waited 24 hours, he couldn't have reached Vladivostok in time.
Yeah.
So I guess
so he cycled basically.
So I guess he cycled, because he called me after missing the train, I believe. I can't remember now. That was early September, or maybe just before the train station. And he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna try to go on the train." Missed it, and then I did not hear from him anymore. And as everybody else, I just saw he started crossing the border, and I believe that in his mind, it's just another way to move from one point to the other by bicycle. He crossed the whole continent just like that. So why not keep going, I guess?
Yeah, Sofiane doesn't stop, does he?
Yeah, he had a valid visa to Russia. So my bet is just that he presented himself to the control and show his visa and hope for, just being kicked back at the border in China or allowed to cross.
Yeah.
And unfortunately,
yeah, he didn't. I guess it's almost like could have been the wrong person at the wrong time if he'd have had someone else on the border guard they might have just sent him back or not.
Maybe, or maybe you just, yeah. I mean, at that point, after riding for 2 months and being so close to the final destination, he was even telling me the day before, or maybe if I arrived in Vladivostok in the morning, I can catch a plane in the afternoon and go back like the day after. He was
Yeah.
so close and so eager to finishing that whole
But,
thing.
yeah,
So
even when I saw him
you
in
can think that,
Kyrgyzstan, like
yeah,
you could tell he
already,
was tired. Like mentally, he was
yeah,
kind of fatigued, I guess. Yeah. So have you
yeah.
heard how he is?
I've heard how he's not directly. We exchange letters. They don't. They're not. He doesn't receive my letters, and I don't receive his letters in return. We have to wait for the lawyer to see him and to hand him the letters directly by hand, because, yeah, the prison does not allow any communication. So the lawyer does see him she saw him after 2 weeks of detention, and then she saw him last Tuesday. So the last I heard from him was last Tuesday, when I got just a batch of letters.
Yeah.
And he was actually doing fine, considering he's in jail. He's stuck in a small cell with 2 other inmates. I think he was not allowed at the time to go out at all. They're allowed some walks during the day, but he was not allowed that. He got a shower once a week. So yeah, and he didn't get any books to read or anything, but he's fed. There's no, some people, you can imagine, oh, that's a prison, it's very violent and everything, but no, everyone was kind of nice with him. He can't talk to anyone really because he doesn't speak Russian, and Russian people don't speak that much English. So he's doing fine. It's just probably very weird to spend 2 months on the road and suddenly be stuck in a 15 square meters cell with two
Yeah.
other persons.
But then it's a funny one because mentally, he's spent a lot of time alone anyway. So I
Yeah,
wonder if it's, in a weird way, it's obviously very different, but the isolation and, you're in, like when I spoke to him in Kyrgyzstan, like when we just randomly bumped into each other, you could tell he'd not spoken to many people for a long time. It was focused and in his own, just social interaction seemed like a chore.
yeah, but he
Like,
was still able to, see wide space around him and
yeah,
also to communicate with people. I was talking to him
yeah,
every single day, even if it was just a few words. So
yeah,
that's very weird, to not being able to speak to him at all.
yeah.
And it was a choice. When he was touring, he had the choice.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully he'll be okay. And well, just knowing Sofiane as I do and seeing how strong he is mentally, hopefully that's gonna, mean that he can deal with it.
Yeah, the letters I got last week were actually reassuring about that. It was like holding on and hoping for the best, and just telling that he's strong enough to
Yeah.
go through
Well,
all of that.
I believe that. I've seen him do some incredible things with his mind, even the races, like the big one. I mean, we've seen him win all these big races, but the big one was the Silk Road race in 2023, and we hung out before, and he was super, super nervous. I've never seen him so nervous. And then he crashed on the first day, and then he pulled himself up. He probably should have pulled out. I'm pretty sure he had concussion, to be fair, but he won that with his head, and so yeah, it definitely gives me some hope for him that is mentally strong enough
Yeah.
to deal with it, and hopefully we hear some good news.
Yeah. And also for now, we feel like it's been a very long time already. It's been 5 weeks already. So that's very, very long. But it seems to be the normal process in Russia. Everything is just taking a lot of time. Like there is an investigation. From our point of view, you could say, well, everyone knows Sofiane. You can just Google his name and you know exactly who he is and what he was doing. He's obviously not a spy. It's very obvious that he was doing a world record cycling through Eurasia. So that's very obvious to us. But there's still an investigation going on and it's almost finished. So hopefully when that is finished, they hand the file to a judge. The judge decides for a date and there's a trial. So for now, everything is going pretty smooth.
Yeah.
So and for now, he's still charged only with crossing a border illegally, and for that, he can have a big fine and then just be kicked out of the country. Some people in the media, you can see that the risk is also 2 years of prison, but that's only if there is aggravating circumstances, which is not the case at all. So we're not talking about 2 years of prison for now. For now, we're just talking about waiting for the trial and hoping he just got a fine, and then we'll have to find a way to get him back home. So it's very, very long, but that's the normal process in Russia.
Yeah. So there's some positives to take away. Is there any timescale for like the next hearing?
Not really. I can say that the investigation is finished, so that's already a big step. And then I don't know how much time it can take for the judge to decide for a date. And that should not be any further than November 3rd. And it could happen before that, way before that. Maybe the second half of October, which is in just 10 days now.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if there will be additional time for finding a way to getting back home.
Yeah. I guess we just have to sit tight and wait and see, really, and hope for the best. And is there anything that we can do or listeners can do to help, or I guess any way to contact Sofiane? Or, well, obviously not to contact.
I can't contact him at all, so you probably can't either.
But
if
anyway,
you find a way, just
messages.
But yeah, because there were so many messages of support from everyone, I just started an email address that you can give to the listeners and you can write there. I'm trying to forward a few emails. I can't forward them all, obviously, because that would be a lot. But forward a few of them to the lawyer and she can just give them to him next time she sees him. And I think it's a good thing that after all of that, he will have access to all the messages and he can see how much support he had. Because I'm getting a lot of messages directly to myself. So I think it's better for you to write to him kind of directly. He will not read everything right away, but he will for certain when he's back.
And what's the email address? I've put you on the spot now.
riderfreeworld@gmail.com. I think that's on my Instagram, or you probably give them the
I'll find it and put it on the
address.
screen anyway.
Yeah, just because I'm not sure what I wrote.
Fanny, you're doing brilliantly well. I imagine this is all quite difficult for the people around you. And it's all quite foreign to the bikepacking world. I think a lot of people aren't quite sure what to do. We've used words and talked about situations that most of us are not familiar with. So having that email is great to allow all the people who look up to Sofiane a way to do something.
Yeah, I must say all the messages that I got also gave me a lot of strength. You know, from time to time when I'm feeling depressed, I can see I'm not the only one waiting for him to come back home.
Yeah, I think we all are, really. So I guess, send your love to Sofiane on the email and Fanny as well, because I know it's very difficult for you. And hopefully we have some good news soon. Yeah, and I'll try to keep you updated. And I'm sorry if I don't do it like right away whenever there's news. I'm trying to wait a little and hear from everyone I'm talking to, the authorities, the lawyer, etc., to just
give the right information and not jump on everything
Yeah,
that comes out.
exactly. And it is, there's the courts are involved and stuff, so you can't just put everything out there because the media gets hold of things and then it changes and then it could affect the outcome. So
yeah.
So yeah, well, you're doing really great, Fanny. So I'm sure everyone who's listening
Thank you.
wants to sort of send you their strength and support. And thanks for taking the time to update us because I know it's not easy. But yeah, it's nice to hear that Sofiane's doing well
Yeah,
and
well, thank you.
he's okay at least. So yeah.
Yeah, he's okay. He's a best person to handle all of that.
Yeah. There's a reason he's won all of these brutally hard races, and it's not because he's weak of mind.
Yeah.
And I think that's the key thing in this situation. So yeah, well, I think that's a fitting place to end this podcast. So I think we just have to say thank you so much to you, Fanny, for joining us, and thanks,
Thank you
Beccy.
very much, Fanny.
Yeah, hopefully next time we'll have some more positive news from Sofiane, and we'll update on some of the other races and events happening in the world of bikepacking. So yeah, we'll be back again next month. So thanks for listening, and see you all soon.